Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setups for today. Pretty much going nowhere at the moment, so the wise thing to do here is just get that level in, get that level in. That is your range we're in. You can see we were in there in early November, or second week of November, as we said yesterday, and now we are back in this area. We're testing it. There is no direction in my view at the moment. It is big up, big down, big confusion. Moving averages are still crossed over, so oscillator starting to grip the upside as well. So could be an indication that something's continued to the downside. But if you just draw your trend lines in here, you'll see you have what could be a flat top triangle forming, or it could just be a triangle, which is what I assume it is. Quite a bit of data coming out today, so one of the key things to watch right here on the hour is we've got a crossover of the moving averages yesterday, and now we are sort of above, I'd say, well, we did close above the 155. We're just hovering around it at the moment. There is a half decent amount of structure here. See there, that is at 14,328. You can go either way. I don't think this is something I want to be getting involved in until we have a clear direction. So the Dow Jones looking interesting. That's for a move to the upside, and this normally follows the Dow Jones. So that's kind of the one side of it. The other side of it is if we just drop down to the 15 minute. The other side is that we do have a gap there. Little gap down here on this red bar here from yesterday, and buyers coming in down here, but it could also be a magnet, so sort of targeting, could be the trend line, could be just below the trend line. But I think if we drop below the lows of yesterday, that is going to trigger a move to the bottom of the range, at least at 14,200. If we do sort of look at it this way, we had buyers come in here, solid move up, flag, breakout. That would get us above this level of 14,384. But I'm not convinced either way, to be honest. So with gaps below like this on the 15 minutes, that's a gap there. There's a gap. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see us come back, close the gap at least, build some structure here, and then move. If we do that, so let's just argue this point, 14,327, and then just put the gap level in as well. So let's argue that we come down to this 14,325.24 area here. We get a pin bar, inside bar, an engulfing bar, or even a piercing bar. I see that's starting to play a role more and more and more at the moment. So it's normally a gap down and then it reverts. So if that happens, then target to the upside will be this trend line at 14,360. Get above the high of yesterday, which is there. Get above that. That should give us a much bigger break. And then what you're looking at, it's not that big. That'll be a 69-point move from here. So your target's going to be up to 14,384. Break above that, I'd want to see a pullback onto that, because that should get quite interesting, because that is sort of the high of what we've had. It's sort of the top of the range that we've been doing, and then that opens this flat top triangle up completely, and then we're looking for a move equal to that. So 176-point move from here up, and that's going to give you a move up into that space up here, which is 14,545. yeah, that's the only thing that I'd be really interested in trading. So if we do get a rejection here on the lower time frames, it's probably worth taking the trade because you're going to be in for 67 points. So in for 67 points, stop loss, and you have the potential, if it does break above here, for the measured moves to play out and hit a 220 point gain. So that's a 3-to-1 trade. So that's well worth taking the risk on that. It's just that I think the risk is going to be probably 50-50 because it can go either way. So you're prepared to lose that 67 points, and you could be trading on a coin toss, or this crossover that's happening here on the hour is going to hold, and this break above this area, pull back on test this again, is going to give us the move we're looking for. But end of the day, that is sideways on the 8-hour, so we should be just sitting back and waiting for better structure. And I do not like the way the oscillators are looking on the 8-hour. This is all indicating potential top move down. So yeah, that's kind of my view at the moment. It's not very concise, but it is what it is. And if you look at the daily, we've got a separation and a potential crossover brewing, which means that this becomes a daily flag for this move up, and then that's going to be pretty aggressive. Okay, anyway, that's kind of my view at the moment. Slightly favoring a trade to the upside, but small position size and tight stop losses, and just be prepared to lose it because it may very well be a case of losing. Hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.